Having thousands of dollars in debts is very normal in America. I remember when I was 17 years old and I got my first credit card. What I didn't know was that that was the beginning of a nightmare. Since then, I have been in debt forever. And I didn't know that that was the start point of a never-ending cycle of debt. Hello guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Isadora Abru, and in this channel I just try to educate in my own experiences in finances, how to budget, side hustles, and much more, so that hopefully we all can reach that financial freedom that we all looking for. Please subscribe to the channel and give me a thumbs up. And then I started wanting more stuff, like a new car, which means car payments, and then adding more credit cards to my wallet, student loans, personal loans, and wanting a lot of stuff that I couldn't really afford. The first years of paying off those debts was really hard. I even had to went up ahead and use my tax refund to pay those debts. And it was crazy because at the end of the day, 2 months after, I ended up in debt back again into those credit cards and even taking personal loan. This was a never-ending cycle, and I didn't see a light at the end of the tunnel. It was very confusing and I didn't understand absolutely nothing about money. In the jobs that I was working at, I felt very unhappy because I seemed to work and it wasn't really taking me anywhere, since I was living paycheck to paycheck without any planning, nothing, no savings, no guidance, and absolutely a dark picture of where I wanted to really go in the next few years of my life. Trust me, I know how it feels to be so into debt that you can't even breathe, that all you think about is how are you gonna get out of this big mess. There is a way. So stay to the end of the video so you learn. This is why I decided to create habits that were going to put me towards the direction of success. And I want to share some of those tips with you today. 5 things that help me view money and debt in a very different way for the best. Number 1, it's not about how much you're making, it's about how much you're spending. You see, I was always in a rush to find a new job because I thought the solution to the problem was making more money, when in reality the problem was the spending that I was doing. My monthly budget was not organized at all, and I had no idea at the end of the month in what I spent my money on. Unexpected stuff come up which I thought were needed, and I would spend my money on things like that, and at the end of the month I'll be broke with no money. Imagine working every single day, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and at the end of each week when you get your paycheck, you have nothing left for yourself because you have spent it all on things that you don't even know what it is or what it was. I figured out that it was not about my income, it was all the expenses that I have add up and that I wasn't even aware of. This was one of the first things that I started to put my focus on to change and create a habit that will help me fix this problem for the best of me, my financial future, and my family. Credit is not everything. I learned that credit just means a way that companies are going to look at you in terms of borrowing your certain amount of money or stuff in payment plans, and how they are going to categorize you in terms of interest rates and stuff like that. So for me, credit means going into debt in order to get something. And if you think about it, this is very true. Let's say you want to build your credit. What are the first things they tell you to do? Get credit card, make purchases, pay on time, etc. Which for me, in my eye, now that I have a different perspective towards money, is in my head is the little voice that says, just go into debts and you're gonna have good credit. With the majority of Americans having a bad relationship with money management, this is a very terrible thing. Imagine people getting a lot of credit cards and they max them out in order to get good credit, supposedly, and at the end of the day, they just end up in thousands of dollars in debt. So credit, it's not all. When you have money, cash in your wallet, things change. You have more power. Now, I want to clarify that I am not against any credit cards or whatever company. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, the whole purpose of credit card companies and loan companies, etc., is to get people into debt, not giving you this money for nothing. Debt is the ultimate form of slavery. If you have debt, you are slave to the lender, to the person that borrow you money. And until you finish off paying that debt, you're not going to be free, because you constantly have to be worrying of making that payment, which makes you a slave if you think about it. So it's like you're walking around with so many debts on top of your head that it makes you not breathe. It makes you unhappy. And I know, because I've been there. Nowadays, credit card companies, stores, clothing stores, and whatever are making it so easy for us to go into debts with the buy now, pay later, with a lot of credit cards, with buy these and you get cash back. These are all tricks that they use in order to get you into buying, because they certainly know that you have no control over your money and that you're gonna start wanting more and more and more, looking around and seeing stuff that you really don't need but you think you do, and buying, spending, all with the thought that you are going to be able to pay later, which is not true. Remember, people, that this company spent a lot of money on understanding your psychology and the psychology that people have with money, the relationship that people have with money. So they know how to trick us. We think that they're stupid and that we're gonna go our way, or that we're getting good deals, when in the reality we're getting ripped off. The simpler, the better. You know, the first time I created a budget, my head was spinning around like a globe. I didn't realize how many subscriptions I was paying, how many company I was getting services from, that at the end of the day, sometimes I didn't even know what they were. Yes, especially on your mobile app where you can buy stuff in the matter of seconds. It was crazy. So I decided to simplify my life, because I realized that the less thing I have to pay mind to, the less stressful it was going to be for me. I wanted to simplify my budget, and I wanted to create a budget. And this actually helped me to have a more clear view of what I wanted. And simplifying this made my life a lot less stressful. Find what's your enough. You see, I always had dreams in life. From when I was 5 years old, I wanted to be a dancer, and then a dentist, and then a doctor, and a lot of other stuff. But growing up really into my 15, 16, etc., I always wanted to have a house back in the Dominican Republic. I always had the mentality of, it's okay, once I'm rich, I am going to be able to get the house I want. And because I was hearing my parents and people around me talk this way, I adopted that same mentality. But was this actually true? It was not true at all. What I needed was to really visualize what I wanted, create a plan, and take action. But in my head, it was just all about, oh, I need a lot of money. Maybe it's going to fall off the sky, you know. And maybe I'm going to get the perfect job that's going to give me a lot of money, and I'm not going to have no spending, and I'm going to be able to buy a house. It's not that simple. The people that succeed, they really have a vision. They really have a written plan, and they really stick and focus to whatever they're going to do. And this is exactly how I did. I purchased a land that I never thought I was going to be able to do it. If you haven't watched none of those videos, I'm going to link it here so you can go watch it. Stick to that plan and just do it. It's possible. So stay very focused on your dreams and your goals. Right at this moment, you are living the vision that you have for yourself few years ago, maybe months ago. So at the end, you are just always creating the phases of your life. This is why you have to be aware of what you're thinking and what your vision is and what you focus on, because what you focus on, that's gonna actually become your reality. And before I go, please like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. I love reading your comments, and thank you for joining me on today's video.